Hey, you guys. Oh my gosh. Over here watching YouTube video. It's raining. Oh my gosh. It was windy all day. I'm drizzling, so I guess it's starting to rain. Um, you ever want, like, I don't know, like some, like, I was raised up, like, always, always, worrying about others instead of myself. I think I got that from my mom. Um, and then like sometimes I just wanted to read where, you know, you have things done for you without expecting it. Like, I'm trying to, I was trying to get my kids to, since Mother's Day coming around, since I never get nothing for Mother's Day, because they're not old enough to work and buy stuff for me. But I just want a sewing machine. I'm gonna see if they can get me a sewing machine, because I have to get back into making clothes. Basically baby clothes and kids clothes, and make stuff, for myself, because I know my size, okay? And that, not because I don't like stitching by hand. So I'm gonna try to get that, because I used to sew in high school, and when I was little, I used to sew doll clothes. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Oh my God, this girl, I don't like broccoli. But that's what I'm gonna do. So I gotta get a sewing machine. And make sure I get like fabric and stuff. Fabric, measuring tape for body measurements. How to get a bunch of pins. But I'm gonna get my sewing on. I'm gonna start seeing if I could make my own mask. Save money. It's stupid that I have to make that stuff. But the way things going, gotta try to make things yourself without wasting money buying it, and then you can make them for other people. But I gotta get that sewing machine, because I can start making skirts and dresses. This weather crazy, my joints acting up. But yeah, so I'm trying to see if they can put their money together and give me the sewing machine for Mother's Day. Oh, so I'm gonna do. I don't normally be here on Thursdays. This is weird to me. I want to see my baby. Oh my god, I miss him. But yeah, like, I'm gonna talk about something like if you have a person in your life that's extremely nice, loving, caring, and look out for you, you gotta be doing stuff for them. Like if they not a greedy, selfish, stingy person, right? You gotta look out for them. Like especially if they looking out for you. Like just surprise them. Like like if I'm saying I need to get a sewing machine or a blender or something. Be like, oh, let me go get my baby something that she would like to surprise her, And my kid's father, he's supposed to be taking the kids so they can get me something from for Mother's Day. But even though Mother's Day is every day, and then when they start working, they can do that by themselves. I'm kind of glad I didn't go out there today because it's raining. And I don't know, like my joints be bothering me when the weather changes up. Arthritis. That arthritis ain't no joke. I told him that I didn't want this. Yucky. This right here, not real vegetables. And these, I love eating mussels. But I don't like looking at it because it look like something. I'm not even gonna say this look like something. Think about it for a few seconds. You would know what I'm talking about. But I try not to look at it because it makes me nauseous. Sweetie! Yo! See? It looks disgusting. Yo! I'll be like, ugh. I made that look like Toto. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. Yo! Yo! Do you want your corn? You want your corn? Huh? Oh, alright. I'm not supposed to be eating them. This is fake, but it tastes so good. I love sweet corn. I used to eat this growing up. I used to hang with my friend from school, and we used to go over her grandparents' house. Um, they used to have like a lot of fresh corn in the house. So we would go over there and make some fresh corn. I used to tear that fresh corn up. It was sweet. Yeah, fresh corn is better than the corn that you get in the freezer, because it's fresher and it has a sweet taste to it. Mm-hmm. And it's still windy. It's like windy and raining. That's crazy. Like, I'm kind of glad I'm not a materialistic person, because I can wear clothes with no name and put the outfit together where it look like it's actually a name brand outfit. Okay? Because I know how to put my clothes together where it's matching. I know how to put my clothes together, so I don't care if my shoes have a name or not. I know I wear it, you know. Not that's because I'm not a materialistic person. So it's crazy because like my kids, they got up to date phones, and I still got my iPhone 7. So, because I don't care if I upgrade my phone. I don't know if I want to get an iPhone because I've been having problems with those phones. Like, if your memory is full, it'll delete your stuff and stop you from watching your videos, watching movies and videos on your phone. So I was gonna probably go with a different phone. They got the newest cell phones, and I'm stuck with the 7. That's because I'm not really crazy about phones like that. One of them type of people that they just have to have the newest phone. I'm not one of them type. Or they have to wear the name brand clothes and stuff to fit in with the rest of society. I like that. Because I will sit up there and I'll go like to a Goodwill store, and that's the main reason why I gotta get that sewing machine, so I could go to the Goodwill store, get some clothes that don't cost that much, and like turn it into something else, like a skirt, because I like skirts and dresses. And that way, I wear my outfits. People be like, oh, where you get that from? Because, see, I like to dress different. I don't like dressing, wearing stuff that everybody else wear. Okay? And I shop at, what's her name? What's that, that store for, plus size women? We get my bras over there. And I also get some of my stuff from Walmart. Like Wally World be having like a lot of cute dresses and skirts that I like, okay? And that's about it. That's like, that's what I get from Walmart, like they dresses and skirts. Or I'll go to another store that sells like plus size clothing that have like outfits and stuff that's for younger women, because I'm not trying to dress like no old person, because I'm not old. I have to dress like a young woman. Certain stores don't have a lot to choose from when you're overweight, when you're plus size. So I have to I really look around and make sure I find a store that sells stuff that's more my age, like stuff that I like. They don't have me looking like old grandma, okay? Because I'm not there yet. I'm not no old. I'm not the old grandma age. so so the point of me getting the sewing machine so I could start making certain stuff that I know is going to fit me, the way I want it to fit. Especially them skirts, because I like jean skirts. It could be any color, and then like put like rhinestones on there, different designs to make it stand out. Well, I used to do that as a kid. Like me and my sister, my uncle, his girlfriend put us on putting like gems and stuff on our clothes. Like we used to put like rhinestones and stuff on our jeans, just to make it look different. One of my cousins, she know how to do dresses and stuff. Like she real good at it. So she used to make prom dresses for the the kids that's going to prom. And I'm not an expert like that. Like I only know enough to make baby clothes and kids clothes, because it's easier to be. I'm over here watching a YouTuber. She cool. Like I like watching her because she uplifts my spirit. There's a lot of positive YouTubers that be on there. I like watching them because you might be going through something, and just watching their videos helps uplift you. Keep you positive. It's like I'm going through stuff. Shush. But it's for a reason. Because of the stuff that's going on. Because when I was at work, I was over there freaking out. I was like, oh my God. There's people was coming up in here looking sick. Like, coughing and stuff like that. And even though I was using protection, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to be here, during this time. Like, because I don't want to catch something and then, bring it home to my kids. So he made a way for me to get pushed out of there. And what he did was he sent the lady that lied and said I was, coming at her rude and disrespectful and threatening, and put my hands on her. It took for him to send her my way. And I wasn't even coming at her in no disrespectful way. I know how to talk to people in a professional way, okay? And I told her for him to send her to put me in a situation where they had to let me go. Okay? But it was crazy because it was over a lie. And that's how I ended up getting out of that situation where I didn't have to worry about being exposed to people not knowing if they sick. Cause I was freaking out. I was like a nervous wreck at the job, like making sure I wasn't getting too close to, the customers, making sure they not sneezing on me, coughing near me, touching me. I was going through it. So he made a way for me to get out of that situation. And plus, it's kind of like a good thing because I could be with my kids more. I could spend time with them more because I was working a lot, like working like a whole lot, where I would only have one day off. And I used to, like, if I had stuff to do, I would be sleeping all day, like trying to catch up, trying to get some rest from getting up all crazy hours during the day just to be at work at a certain time and then coming home extremely exhausted. So, and then, like, if I wanted more than 2 days off, I had to request those days. Well, that's what I had to do. So I'm kind of glad I was, like, put in that situation where I had to take a break from being around people that could possibly have that virus, and I wasn't trying to bring that home, okay? So, but I still gotta, find something. By the time I found another position, I would, I probably won't have to be worrying about that stuff that's going around. But I would still use precaution. Make sure I have my mask and stuff, my glove. So that way I don't, catch anything. Who would ever thought we would have to experience this, okay? I thought it was going to come around the time my kids was like pushing 40, and I'm too old to do for myself. But yeah, so cause I was going through, I was like, oh my God, I don't like being away from my kids like that. I was stressing, and then they get an attitude like when I have to get make check on my kids. I'm like, I have kids, I gotta make sure they get to and from school safe, to go get to school and home safe. And then kept trying to ask me to stay extra hours, and I'm like, I have kids. Like, ask the ones that don't have no kids to go home to. I was going through it. I'm like, oh my God, did my kids get to school safe? So that was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
You're not. Same thing you always do.
This chick funny. Her lives be crazy. See, well, I gotta learn how to do the live thing, cause see, I wanna do some of my hair tutorial videos. on live, and then I had people asking me questions and stuff.
And ain't nobody jealous.
Asking me questions about my hair techniques, you know, how I got my hair to grow the length that it is now, and what products to use and what products to stay away from.
The point is, we want you off.
That's what I want to do, but I gotta see if I get my kids to show me how to do the live streaming. And I'm not hip to the internet stuff. And my kids know more than me. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, oh man. Oh shoot.
I'm going to report you to Adult Protective Services. You need a group home.
That's crazy. This lady like look like somebody great grandma. Arguing with somebody online. Like my parents don't even be on the internet like that. They'll be on Facebook, but they don't be on like that. Going live with other people arguing with them. You know, learn about their business, what they do online and stuff. But that's crazy.
You know people are looking for you.
I like watching.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
If he's your boyfriend, why is he never in the show with you?
That's how I'm liking this. He don't I mean he like to be on camera, but I'm the type of person, if I'm recording, I wouldn't put nobody on camera if they don't want to. I love garlic butter.
I don't believe nothing but what I see from you.
Somebody need to get their mom. She's sitting over there arguing with somebody online. With her husband there. Like, she must be wearing the pants because the pants in that relationship.
Do you think people are laughing with you or at you? I don't care if they laugh at me or with you. I don't care. It ain't hurt me.
She's not like me. I don't care who laughing with me or at me. Like, my parents raised me to love the skin you're in. Don't be worrying about what other people think of you. Words don't mean nothing. Okay? And just keep going what you need to do to survive. Okay? Because I remember when I was coming up, I used to had issues with some kids. You know how they be over there trying to roast, like trying to bust on your parents or whatever. I used to bust on their parents back. And I wasn't like pissed off like Um, you talking about my parents? I'ma beat you up. I wasn't like that. I was like, oh, you gonna talk about him? I'm gonna talk about your parents back. You know, that's how. I mean, just be roasting each other, and I still do that. I like if I'm in a situation and somebody coming at me, I'll be roasting them. Like I had to roast this guy because he thought I was trying to rush him out the way. And all he kept calling me was a fat bitch. And then he had a nerve to call me nappy head, right? And I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm a fat bitch just like your bald headed mom. And I was like, yeah, I was like, you know, you can call me nappy head all you want. My hair texture better than yours. I was like, you had I was like, my hair texture better than yours. You got that hair texture that be on people you know, on people a-hole, okay? And then he kept saying you need to lose weight. And I was like, you need to grow some hair on your head. I was like, I'll lose the weight when you grow your hair back, because he had a huge bald spot on the top of his head. And I was like, I can lose weight. Can you grow your hair back? And he shut up after I came at his neck. Cause he was thinking, cause you call me fat, that's hurting me, or you calling my hair, call me nappy head, cause see, I wear my natural hair. That don't bother me, because my parents raised me to love the skin I'm in, no matter what size I am, okay? And I'm not insecure about my natural hair. I love my natural hair textures. You know, it's sad that I had to find out the hard way, because I used to put perms in my hair, being lazy because I didn't feel like managing my natural hair. So I used to put perms in there, thinking that was going to make it easier for me to deal with. And the whole time it was damaging my hair, breaking it off. And then my body just, you know, decided that it had enough of the chemical abuse and caused all my hair to fall. And that's when I went natural. But I love my hair texture. I just had to learn how to manage it where it would be easier on me. And then it started growing back. So he thought calling me fat and nappy headed was hurting me, when it really wasn't. And I was roasting the crap out of him, and they was laughing. I know how to roast people. I will roast you until you get in your feelings, okay? Like, I roast people to the point where their feelings hurt. And so I like like when I used to argue with my sisters, they can't compete with me, or my niece, because every time they try to come with me, I'll come back with something that's killing their soul. Like it be so bad, like it be hitting their soul. Cause see, I be, you know, roasting them, you know, about their self, okay, and then it gets to the point where they want to fight, me, okay. Like when I had to roast this guy, cause he you know, like, you know how some people, they parents don't have home training, and you know, I was trying to get past his mom, because his mom was huge, kind of fat. She was bigger than me, and then she was leaning over the cart acting like she didn't want to move over. And I said, excuse me, but you know, I had to squeeze through her, and she felt so way that I did that. And she started saying so. I was like, I'm trying to get past, and you won't move your big self out the way. And his son got mad because he thought I was disrespecting her when I wasn't. And so when he confronted me, he was, you know, all in my face and stuff, telling me you need to learn how to respect your elders. And I was like, I know how to respect elders and people that are my age and younger than me. You need to teach your mom some home training because she don't know how to talk to people out in public. And the way she was coming at me, that was disrespectful. You know, you understand? And I was like, you need to teach her some home training because I didn't never once came at her disrespectful. And then and then all he kept calling me was a fat bitch. He couldn't say I was bald headed or whatever, dusty, because my hair length at the time when he was coming at me was like around my shoulders, okay? And he couldn't say I was dusty because I have naturally oily skin, so my skin is soft. It's not ashy, dusty looking, and dull like is like my oils is not there. So and he could what else? And what else? All he was saying was you fat bitch. And I was like roasting his hair, roasting his looks, roasting his clothes, roasting his shoes he was wearing. I started roasting his mom. Okay. I was coming at her crunchy, dusty looking braids she had, extensions she had in her hair, where she had it braid back to make it look like she had braids, because when you use it extensions, right, extra hair to get that braid back style, that means you bald headed. You ain't got enough hair to braid your own hair, where it's like filling your whole head where you can't see your scalp. So and then I was busting on his mom weight and stuff. And I'm like, how you calling me a fat B? And your mom, she fat herself and she bigger than me. She was like two of me and one. You understand? So all he was doing was calling me a fat bitch. And he was calling me a fat bitch. And my coworker was laughing, listening to me roasting him. Roasting him and his mom. And that was hilarious. Because he gonna try to get mad at me like, your parents, your mom or dad be talking like that out in public, you have to leave them home. Because I would not be taking my parents out in public if they don't know how to talk to people. Okay? Because that's gonna get me in some stuff. I'll leave them right home. Less problems I gotta deal with. I'm like, nope, you gotta stay home because you don't know how to act outside, and I'm not about to be getting in no fight because of your mouth. That's what I would do. If I was him, you don't get mad because of something your mom or your dad was saying to somebody else. What? Because they don't have no home training. I would have been like, Mom, I love you and everything, but you can't come with me because your mouth is going to get me into some stuff. That's what I would have said. But I'm almost done. I don't know why people be doing that cyberbullying and stuff. We get in trouble with that. If this person, take their life, that falls on you. That's why it ain't good to be doing that, because even if it's not cyberbullying, it could be in real life. Like you picking with people that has a mental problem, mental disability. You never know. It could be you. You might end up getting a car accident, or and you end up like that, or it could be one of your kids. That's has a disability. But I gotta try to get some more. I'm still waiting for the mask. I gotta do some more gloves. Gloves, sanitizer. I gotta get some more bleach because I'm running out. disinfecting spray. My mom asking me to get her some. So I'm gonna see if I can order on Walmart a website and go pick it up. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, and I gotta go figure out numbers. Because this is the right time to play them numbers, because of the situation I'm in. So that way if I hit it, I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. Go into early retirement. You know, having like a business, but not in public, because I don't want to be people going in here stealing my stuff. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oops, sorry. What the heck? Wow, I'm being ignored today. But I'm just gonna chill. I don't want to be coming off as like a stalker. I'm not used to it. Huh? I'm used to.
Are you gonna answer my question? Because I don't even want to waste my time.
I'm used to getting more
Answer my
attention.
face. Don't discriminate against me. I'm white. Do you only own 3 shirts? That is a serious inquiry. You scared?
That's for you. But this YouTuber, she got a lot of followers. I was like, damn. How can I get my followers up like that? Okay. See what she be doing. Get her followers. So I can start getting paid. Huh? All that. All that meat. Meat. My son, he was tired. He had to get up early and make sure he was in class. He ended up passing out. Like, I keep telling him to stop staying out late, or then you're not gonna have enough time to sleep. Now I gotta wake him up. I don't want him sleeping too late. I should get my daughter to upload my resume. I mean, upgrade my resume. Um, and do some of my applications. This I don't want. Yuck. I don't like that. Yuck. So I think I'm finished. Oh, I don't know why people drink Ciroc. That's nasty. Ciroc nasty, corn liquor nasty. I used to drink alcohol. I'm gonna sip on alcohol, and especially at 151, that was tearing me up. After that, I experienced what it feels like to have a hangover, and kept like throwing up. Never again. So all I all I drink is beers like the Hurricanes, or I used to drink Coronas, but Coronas you don't get a lot. Okay. The Coronas you don't get a lot. Excuse me, because my allergies is like cutting up, and I gotta make sure I clear up that congestion. But Coronas you don't get a lot, and then they're expensive. Oh, yo, I was watching this video, and this chick she gonna try to blame the Latinos and the Hispanics, the people in Florida, trying to say that CV is coming from that area because they always be sipping on a Coronas or whatever. That CV do not come from them Corona beers, okay? I was dying laughing when I see that. I was like, what the heck wrong with her? She alright in her head? And then they sitting up there. I'm like, why them Asians trying to say that CV came from melanated people. That CV did not come from no melanated people. Okay? That CV came from somewhere else, okay? And people that are melanated, they don't be catching everything. And that was man-made. That CV, okay? So I'm like, I don't understand why them Asians be some of them Asians be acting funny towards certain people that are melanated. This is not the time to be doing that, okay? Everybody gotta get together, have faith in God, get along with each other, because nitpicking and blaming people from different because of their skin complexion, culture, background, and stuff is only going to bring negative karma your way. Can't be doing that. And a lot of stuff they be doing, because people from different cultures do a lot of stuff that I don't agree with. But I would never be like, oh, I don't like them because they do this, and that. Like, it's good and bad and all. It's good and bad all over the world. You come from different culture backgrounds. um, racial mix, okay? Can't be, blaming everybody because of the stupid stuff that some people do, okay? And my parents raised me up, no, teaching me that it's good and bad all over the world, and they come from different culture backgrounds and racial mix. Okay. All right, so that's why I don't do that. I don't do that crap. And like, you can't be pointing fingers and blaming people from for certain stuff because you don't like them. God made all of us different for a reason. If we was all the same, this world would be boring. Okay? This world would be so boring. So he made us different and unique. Okay? Man, I don't know why my daughter didn't give me her corn. I love corn. I'm sucking on the butter. I'm still watching her live. Oh, and when I see people do that out there, I really don't like. I don't like when people sit up there and copy somebody else's style. Like, they coach from their culture instead of embracing their culture. The embracing their culture, right? And using their own style. Like, why are you or like if you come from the islands, like you come from Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, those areas, right? Cuba, Colombia, stuff. Like, why you biting off another culture style, the way they wear their hair and how they dress and stuff, and how they talk and act. Like, you're not being yourself. Like, to me, that is fake. Like, why can't you embrace your own side? Your own coach, your own nationality. Your culture background stuff. Like, you're not being yourself when you be doing that. Cause I be sitting there looking like, darn well you ain't supposed to be having that wig on your head, them extensions, that weave, and acting, talking and dressing like people from that other culture. Okay, when you don't come from them, you understand? That's something I never did. Even though I'm mixed, you don't see me slapping a wig, slapping extensions, slapping weave in my head, acting, talking, dressing like, the people on my dad's side of the family, okay? I don't do that because I'm being fake, because that's not the side I was raised around. So why I'm going to sit up there and pretend I'm something that I was not brought up around? You understand? So I kind of like got, some of my mom ways, like far as like how they act and stuff. Only thing is I don't have the language down to the T like how I'm supposed to. But I like the way I dress is like I like colorful I like colorful jewelry, clothes. I like stuff like that. My favorite colors is rojo, azul, amarillo, verde, and what's the other one? What's that other one? It's another one. I forgot it. Okay, it's red, orange, blue. Oh, negro, black, red, orange, blue, yellow, green, black. Those are my favorite colors. I I like to mix and match, okay? Because I be coming to work. And they're like, oh, wow, you looking colorful today, because I be having all my colors on. I be having, like, my floral pattern tights under my skirt. My skirt be, like, a pink color, you know, like a bright, like a neon pink and orange. Like, you know, just colors that stand out. And I like wearing colorful jewelry, like earrings and stuff. I like all that stuff. Like my glasses, um, I like black because you could, you know, wear it with anything. And I also got glasses, pink glasses and orange. Okay, I was trying to get them light blue ones, but they ain't have it. But yeah, I like all that stuff. And I think I got that from my mom. Okay, because my mom into that, and I just love them type of colors, because I stand out like when I wear that stuff. Okay. And I love floral patterns. I like wear dresses that got flowers on it, like, you know, bright colors. Skirts that has flowers on it. So I want to get me like a long tutu. Wear that with my leggings underneath, and wear like a corset, you know, something like a fitted top or whatever. Because see, I want to take pictures, you know. I need to take family pictures of me and the kids, and I gotta figure out how I'm dressed, because I know it's going to be a dress, because I love wearing dresses and skirts. I like wearing skirts too that are puffy, like, you know, like it just sticks out, you know, like something you will wear on your prime or wedding, like, you know how the material be like puff out a little bit. But they got these cute long tutu skirts you could wear, and they come in different colors. Or I can get the pattern myself, like get it and make my own skirt. That's why I gotta get the sewing machine, because I don't like sewing by hand. It takes too long. And then wear that, like, say like if I get like a green one or orange one, wear that with some, you know, bright color tights underneath, and have my little Converse shoes and my top to match. Oh my god, that would be so beautiful, because green and orange go together to be like, if I had like a bright orange puffy skirt, and then the top would be green, like a bright green, and my tights would be green, because it'll bring out the top, and my shoes will be orange, like a bright orange, to bring out the puffy skirt, you know, stuff like that. Have my colorful earrings and stuff, my glasses to match. Like, I love that stuff. Okay, I got that from her. I got that from my mommy. Okay, but but I, you know, I wasn't raised around my dad's side, because see, my dad's side racist. They don't like, if you ain't come from two black parents, they're not going to accept you. Okay, so I didn't get that opportunity to be raised around them like that, and I don't care. Until this day, they don't keep in contact. I don't care though, you know. I don't care whether they keep in contact or not. So I kind of adapted to my mom's side. Okay, I kind of adapted to their side. That's why I don't be doing all that extra stuff. And then some people could tell, because I used to be at work, right? People be sitting over here talking to me in Spanish, and I'll like say what I can, but then, you know, you use English when I don't know how to say the word. Like, it's like they pick up on it, because I you know, they be looking at how I dress. They look at how I keep up with my hair, my natural hair, because I don't be having my natural hair all bagged up, you know, matted, damaged, and looking like it hasn't touched water and shampoo in months, or it hasn't touched a deep conditioner, or in a finger comb, or a shower comb in a while. Okay, so. So some people be picking it up. They're like, that ain't no regular non-mixed melanated female. And then they be trying to ask questions, you know, where I'm from and stuff. I didn't like there's one guy, he kept talking to me in Spanish all extra loud, and I'm like, I don't want them to know that I understand the language, because I'm not about to be transfer. I'm not about to be translating anything because them type of jobs they don't pay you to translate. Cause if you know more than one language, they're supposed to pay you to do that, and I'm not. I will not do that for free. If I'm a be a translator, I best to be getting paid extra to do that. Okay. But yeah. So I kind of adapted to my mom's side. My mom like side. Her people's. Because it's like when they find out, because when people look at you, because some like to judge by looking at your complexion, okay, and how your hair is and stuff, and then when I open my mouth and start communicating, that's when they realize, oh, that's not one of our non-mixed melanated sisters, she's something else, okay, because the way I think and stuff and how I dress, is different. How I dress, how I act, what comes out my mouth is different from, the way they are, okay? So, you get the ones that act funny, like when they find out what you is, they act funny. But I don't be worried about that stuff, because see, God put me on this earth for a purpose. It's not to be desperately trying to seek acceptance from everybody, okay? He didn't put me on this earth to be worrying too much about who accept me and who doesn't accept me. But I gotta clean up because I got this butter on my face, because when I eat certain stuff that has butter on it, I don't care if I get messy, okay? Because you can't really you can't really be acting all like, oh my god, I don't want to get stuff on my face or whatever. But I guess I won't be eating this anymore. I'm done. I want to do the vegan, diet. I want to, change the way I eat and stuff, because I want to see if I stop eating meat, any eating stuff that was once breathing. Stop eating processed foods and stuff. Salt, take this, because I've been stopped using salt. And take stuff that have artificial flavoring and coloring in there. Take all that stuff out and just stay with fruits, vegetables, we like stuff that would be more healthier for my body, just to see if my body pains and stuff would go away, because I be getting headaches, like my I get headaches, my whole body be hurting. I just don't, I'm always tired all the time, so I want to just let that stuff go and see if it's from there, okay? And then just do the vegan diet, and plus that would be a better option to help me like eat healthier and lose some of the weight, okay? So I'm gonna try that. And it shouldn't be that hard, because I'm used to eating like certain vegetables and stuff and fruit, so it wouldn't be that hard for me to just stop completely. But yeah, I can't believe I'm still watching this chick alive. Oh my god! But I gotta hurry up and get rid of this stuff. And I'm gonna see if I get my oldest wash the other dishes down there, because I washed the dishes that was left over there earlier, and I had put them up so they can clean up the rest. All right, I gotta go.